As you step through the windowway, you are greeted with a small platform made of spruce. However, Z goes over and flips a switch, and you're plunged into the water below. The current drags you down past floating buildings that seem to be suspended midair. However, they're not in the air. They're in the water. They're all chained down together to the seafloor, where a variety of buildings are scattered. There's no necessarily prominent castle or anything. It's just a lot of buildings, pretty much average. Some of them are more extravagant than others. But they don't seem to have a specific door to go through. It almost seems like all the windows are doors. Then again, it's all underwater. That makes sense. Welcome to Saphorith.
I appreciate it. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. So we're just kind of everywhere. As you can see, the conduits, you can just breathe and talk normally. People aren't liable to really understand what you're saying, because most of us speak the underwater language, and you don't know that. Also, if you get further away from each other, the current will distort your voice, so be aware of that, and be aware of the potential misunderstandings from that.
Oh, wow.
I appreciate the warning.
How are conduits set up?
So, you have the conduit in the middle, and then you have the prismarine all around it. The dark prismarine. We can make it in pretty much any pattern as long as there's enough to surround the conduit within range of. It's got to be at least like 3 or 4 blocks away from the conduit in the center. And see, there's just how we make the conduit is kind of a Saphorian secret, though. Our young'uns, they make a new conduit when they come of age, and they do it together.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Okay.
If you'd like, you could swim closer, and you can even touch them if you want to. They won't harm you.
The conduit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though it's all.
Mhm.
I'm gonna get my fingers stuck or something.
No, you won't. It's more of a magical protection than anything else.
So cool.
Yeah.
This is just any prismarine?
It's specifically dark prismarine.
Oh, okay. And that's the only thing that powers the conduit, just dark prismarine?
Yes. However, we do also surround it with other various ones. Like, for example, we could make a fountain and kind of have this floating effect in the air, because, well, it's not really air, but you know what I mean.
It's just kind of flying everywhere, I guess.
Yeah, you're kind of just flying everywhere, since, well, water doesn't really be underwater. You kind of don't have to obey all of gravity's rules.
Yeah, I've noticed.
As you look over, Micah's just desperately trying to stay upright, his wings flaring out, he is not used to being underwater like this.
Are you struggling over there?
Come on, Ashley,
Look, I am used to the air and the laws of physics, okay? I am not used to water.
Come on, Ashley. Just be a little more freeform. See? Z's
How
swimming
is
around him.
Yeah, easy for you to say.
How is the water on your wings?
I don't even want to think about it, honestly.
Oh, don't worry. You'll go. If you stay where the conduits are, your wings will be totally dry when you step out.
Sure, I believe
Really?
you.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Yeah,
How does that work?
magic.
Magic.
Wow, love that. You know what? You're right. Yeah, I should expect as much.
Yeah, but
You're breathing underwater
mhm,
in the literal, like, city of knowledge,
yeah, pretty.
and you don't expect every single thing to be answered with "it's magic"?
Mhm.
I just well no, I understand it's magic. I don't know.
You'd like to know what kind of magic it is.
Yeah, specifics.
Well, that's why we're heading to the library, no?
Oh right, all the libraries in Sephiroth. Do you guys
Yes.
just have like a ton of small ones with like all the same info, or is it just like one big one, or like what's the situation?
It's one big one, but it's a bit. How do you say? Somewhat restricted, mostly because we have a lot of knowledge that would be valuable to other kingdoms to utilize against us.
Micah
But
just does a
Saphorians have
small wave.
Hmm?
Micah
but
waves at the useful to other kingdoms bit.
Mm-hmm. But
But I'm assuming all Sapphians have access to the library, or is it like
mhm.
age restricted as well?
Everybody that is a Saphorian citizen has access to the library, and obviously special visitors do as well. Uh,
Micah waves once more.
mhm.
Are we special visitors?
Well, you have roller shells, don't you?
Yes.
Now go on. She
Okay.
leads them down like a highway that is connected to a current. It drags them towards a cave system. It's fairly confusing. It seems like Z knows exactly where to go, though. It would be recommended to stay close.
Yeah, I think if I took a turn here or stopped looking for a second, I would just not remember how to get out.
Oh, yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, you know what? That checks out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Saphorians know how to navigate the currents, and you're taught, well, from basically all of your schooling, how to navigate currents, how to navigate caves, etc., etc. Um, but
But
one wrong turn here, well, a current will take you out of a conduit's range, and you'll drown.
oh,
Hmm.
how lovely. I love murder.
Yeah. But it is to protect.
Sarcasm.
Yeah. Yeah. Murder isn't that great.
Yeah, no. I felt like I needed to make that clear. I do not support murder, actually.
Yeah, I would hope not.
What do you mean? It's my favorite pastime. Fully blank
Oh,
face.
of course, of
Absolutely
course.
deadpan.
Wow. Wow. I can't believe that Ashni supports murder.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing ever.
Yeah. Gee,
Mm,
it's so
I love
wonderful.
doing it. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So, wouldn't, technically speaking, any sea creature, regardless if they're from Sephiroth or not, be able to find their way through here? Or is it also still just, like, also knowing your way?
Oh, it's also knowing your way, and also, there's a little small Saphorian ritual that we do for those that come of age, um, and to initiate other Saphorians as other people that want to become Saphorian as citizens. But as long as you're with a Saphorian or have like a royal shell, you should be able to get through. Should. Um, well,
So, like, with the shell, I can just, like, always come here?
uh, yes, but is recommended to have a guide regardless.
Well, yeah, but this is like access key
Mhm.
library always.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The shell will guide you. Um, like if you pull it out, it glows in the direction that you need to go. You see?
Oh, I didn't even notice that because I didn't have it on my hand. Wow.
Yeah. But it is recommended to have a guide to make sure, just in case you decide to be a little too curious and stray from the path. I would
Hmm.
hope you wouldn't, considering how dangerous it could be.
And curiosity kills the cat.
Hmm. I
Satisfaction brought it back.
don't think it would kill. No, I thought you were more. Never mind.
What?
None. It's not important right now.
Okay.
Careful, Z.
I know.
Hmm.
No. Let's see here. Oh, you'll feel a little bit of a pull backwards as you go through this portion. That's the part that the shell gets you through.
Oh.
Yep. The current seems to almost block your path, but the shell cuts through for you.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. There we are. Okay. And then right down here. And ta-da! As they descend, it becomes clear that the library is massive. There are books, there's shelves and shelves and shelves of books, all floating around and all organized neatly. Some of the, but somehow the books seem like they are suspended in midair while still being on shelves. All the shelves are made of some sort of clear material. Okay, here we are.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Mhm.
So many. Wow.
There's a variety of glowing sea creatures floating around, as well as glowing gems and everything, and all kinds of glowing objects to illuminate the library, making it easy to read. Feel free to explore.
Oh, this is so cool. Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. Reagan is already swimming around the area.
Micah just looks after Reagan with a fond look.
You guys really just have books on like everything. Oh, wow.
Yeah, if I didn't know any better, I would call you a Saphorian.
Well,
Most mages look for knowledge. Oh, this book.
you Micah turns to Z and you wanted to show me in particular a book or two?
Yes, come. She leads Micah through the library, and they come to another portion where the current seems to pull them away from the section, and the books behind it seem blurred, obscured in a way. Here we are. This is our restricted section. It's more rare species, and, well, some of this knowledge in the past has been used to. Well, there's a reason they're rare now.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah. Hence why it's restricted. And hopefully, one day we'll be able to unrestrict it some. When. Well. Yeah.
What book in particular did you want to show me?
Well, there's one on Fae here. Here. Oh, here. May I see your shell for a second?
Sure.
Okay.
I hand it over.
She does something to it. It's clearly magic, but it's not clear as to what. Here. You'll be able to come back to this section anytime yet. Time day.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. The current gives way. Feel free to read anything you like. Come find me when you'd like to read the Book of Knowledge.
Will do.
Okay, so now we're at the part where you guys are just straight up just reading books or whatever.
Yeah, I fear Reagan is just going to be straight up just reading books and going, oh wow, they have so and so. Like, oh my god, look here. Oh shit. Like, oh wow.
Yeah.
He's just like looking
So-
around, like he's just reading.
Yeah, so feel free to ask questions at this point about like what would be in the book and what wouldn't be.
Flesh pedestrians, tell me about them.
So we don't have a species form for that yet.
Oh, we're
I
going
beg
based
of
off the
you,
species forums?
Yeah.
Do not actually name them after the actual name. I beg of you. I will tweak the fuck out.
Okay.
Okay.
I got you. We'll make a sub name.
We'll make a subname. We'll make a name. But okay.
Micah wouldn't ask about those right now, would he?
Well, not specifically about those, but Z has mentioned something of the sort in passing, and it has made Mike curious.
Yeah. We don't have a species form for. I don't know. Hold on. I gotta go look
Make it the fuck up.
Wait, I'll fast DM you back if you have any questions.
Speed go.
Yeah.
Would you
Hold on.
like to ask
I can
about anything
make it.
else?
Yeah, if you ask about anything else and give me a second, we'll get this down.
Yeah, go. Go for it, go.
Right, what's the max lifespan of a fae?
1,000 years.
What's the that's the max
1,000
recorded
years.
lifespan.
Like, that's the maximum lifespan. Like, if a, literally, it's 1,000 years.
Huh.
What other questions you have? Aside from, obviously, flesh pedestrians.
I'm thinking. I'm just thinking. Is there anything that you would want me to know?
So Z did mention how to turn somebody into a fae.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Um, so you'll find it obviously like in a book, and it's kind of gonna be obscured. Um, the book will be like you won't be able to read anything in the book actually for now for like a little bit. So, but you can figure out how to read the book. Do you want to? Shells are fun. I like book. I like this. It's fun. I think I should be a DM sometime. uh, but okay. So it's gonna be in the back of the book, and so Micah would have to hold up the shell to the book to be able to read what's in it. It's just like another security precaution. But anyways, how to make a not fae, a fae. So everybody, oh, you have to be powerful enough to do it. Currently, usually only like the power level of like a 200-year-old fae is what is required. Um, and then you have to have the fae have benevolent reasons. The not the not fae, the mortal person has to be fully claimed by the fae. They have to own their name, and the fae has to do a hex and a favor at the same time. And the not fae has to be in the fae's domain. They have to have a positive relationship and have the intention of goodness. The whole transformation will take around like a year in a normal scenario for the not fae to fully transform, and it will be extremely painful. Um, if they are in a very highly magically dense area, it will take less time. However, it would be significantly more painful.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
As of right now, in my mind, and like kind of from the guesstimation of magical power from Star,
Mhm.
Mike is on like the general level of like a 90 to 100-year-old fae. Question mark.
Yes.
So, God, am I gonna have to? Okay, is the rate of growth for Micah, is it just drastically increased or is it exponential?
Uh, like, what do you mean about the rate of growth?
So, okay. Um, so basically, say if it's just drastically increased, it would have made Micah age,
Mhm.
or like Micah's magic increase, maybe by 5 times, right? Because he's 20 and he's at about 100 years old right now, in terms of magic. So he would have to, his magic would have to grow about 5 times faster than it normally would.
Mhm.
If it's exponential, um, well, actually, no, it couldn't be by that amount because then it would have had to take him 1 year to fully mature, which didn't happen. It's been maybe half a year. It's been a couple of months. Um, if it's exponential, it means within, say, the first 2 months, his magical power would be increasing by 2 to 3 times. Then in the months after that, it would keep increasing by, like, as an example, not an exact thing, but as an example,
Mhm.
month one, his magic would double. Month 2, his magic would triple. Month 3, his magic would be increased by 5 times, etc., etc., etc. And it would keep going higher in a non-static, like a non-linear way. It would get exponentially higher incredibly quickly. So if it is going up exponentially, there would be no telling exactly how long it would take for Micah to get to the power level of, say, 500. If it is a set multiplier, then we could do the math. That's what I'm curious about, basically.
Yeah, I think bro could probably be at around the 200 level in like a month.
If he stays in Gemcrest
Yeah,
for
if he
another month.
stays in Gemcrest, which is debatable.
So that leads back to the conversation Micah had with Star on whether or not Faye can theoretically keep growing infinitely, and like in terms of pure raw magic, because Gemcrest would genuinely have to be the most protected place on the planet. Like, if it gets known that Faye can mature and grow more powerful at such a fast rate, like, that would be fucking ridiculous. Because everyone would go there, realistically. Every single Fae in existence who, in any way, shape, or form, wants power, especially young Fae, would go there fucking immediately. Because if Micah has the power of a 200-year-old Fae at age 20, how strong is he going to be in 10 years?
Yeah.
Like, because by that logic, in another, like, if he's been in, if he's been in Gemcrest for what, maybe 4 months, 5 months, something like that. And he's grown, say 6 months, and he's grown to the level of a 200-year-old Fae.
Yeah.
By that logic, in another 6 months, he'd be at the level of a 400 to 500-year-old Fae.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at some point, probably like after 300 years, a Fae would plateau in power, and the only way they would be able to continue growing in power would be through favors and names, and that wouldn't necessarily be through like magical means. It would just be like, oh, like I have this person that I can call upon to like do this for me.
Yeah.
So probably around like Misa's level of power is when they would when a Fae would normally plateau. So Micah is getting to that point in a very short amount of time. So yeah. So you can have Micah learn that part, and also learn that Fae can only live to 1,000 years old. And then also how to turn a regular person into a Fae. Yeah.
Okay. On that note, out of character. I say out of character as if we've been speaking in character this whole time. Would Nadia and Jasper want to become Fae, you think, like years down the line?
I know for sure that Nadia would. I am not sure about Jasper. Because,
We
like,
need to get Kai in here. DM Kai now. Now.
no, we can. Bro. Okay. What other information are you looking for from Sephiroth?
Low key, just like general Fae knowledge. Like how to safely like hex someone without killing them, how to get a hold of instincts and powers, like how to grow up how to be an adult 101, but for Fae, basically.
So some of like the advice that the book would have would be number one, while you are developing as a mature fae, it is best to be either isolated or solely around people that you deeply care for, so that you can have the level of control that you need to adjust, and also that you can have the support. Like you, they are like normally isolated creatures, and they are normally solitary for a reason. So the book's advice would be alone while you are developing, so your volatile magic doesn't hurt those that you care for, and or other people if you don't want to hurt other people. Um,
How long do
and
you think it would take for Micah to? Because right now he is fully matured, but he's still like getting
adjust.
used to it.
Yeah.
How long do you think it would take for him to adjust?
Probably about like 10 years, 20 years maybe. Um,
To fully adjust or to just get a general hold of it?
get a general hold of it. Um, it would mention various magical suppressors um, that can not only suppress the level of magic that a fae has while they're adjusting, but um, it also, but because like those are like magic suppressors, they would also suppress said extra like excessive instinctual needs or urges.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the book says that there are downsides to it, like for example, like um, for example, obviously there it's a magic suppressor, so you would not be able to use the full extent of your power when you have it on. Um, and it would basically be have you going quote unquote backwards in time for when it comes to your magic.
Mm-hmm.
At least the level of power that you have. But it would also it like there's pros and cons to it. It's like
Yeah.
yeah.
Loki, I feel like Micah would just kind of try to just kind of like try to pull through.
Mhm. Yeah. And yeah, there's like advice of like instead like having like a small mantra that you say whenever you get annoyed with somebody because they lied to you, like coming up with different mental like coping mechanisms and such uh that a normal person would use for like just calming down in general. For
Mm-hmm.
example, like saying like um I don't know, like going to quote unquote your happy place or whatever. Those types of things. Like there's advice like that. It's just general advice on how to build up those tolerances. Um, there's like quite a bit of information that I can't like fully unpack and fully say for sure because
Is it
I
my
didn't write
Wi-Fi
a
or
full
Sense
book on
Wi-Fi?
Fae.
Since
Okay.
Yeah, for you have seen. I will share that whenever.
Yeah?
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sure. I agree with you.
Yes, bro.
But yeah.
100%.
Um.
6, 7.
But yeah. Yeah. Anyways, what other information would Micah want to learn?
Cryptid, flesh pedestrians.
Okay. So
There it is.
in this lovely world, they're gonna be called body snatchers. Their lifespan is 1,000 years. Um, there are very little
Sorry, 1,000 or 100,000?
1,000
Okay.
maximum. Their appearance is, well, it's minimal. There's very minimal things on appearance, as it's very incredibly hard to see one that's already not like in a vessel. Um, The abilities are natural magic disturbance that make it hard to sense it and also to, like, find it. The magic is slightly off and needs an extra second for people to, like, readjust. Like, for example, like lighting a lighter when it's windy. They apparently are extremely agile, and they can squish and fit into anything and contort its body, almost like octopuses. The body is very weak, and they have always been a physical predator. They have little to no magical abilities aside from hiding themselves. They generally can't integrate into society because they just don't have the mentality that a normal person would. They're generally independent creatures, and the lifespan is dependent on the vessel. The main kingdom is, well, none. They are mostly in magic dead zones. And
Magic dense or magic dead?
dead zones, like no magic. The main indicator of one being around is something just feeling slightly wrong. And also they can disrupt a lie detecting ability. They disrupt it, but they don't necessarily fully, like, disable it or anything, but they definitely
It
disrupt
just
it.
makes it harder.
Yeah. But yeah. What other species would you like to learn about?
Changelings.
Changelings. The lifespan is about 100 to 200 years. It really depends on the climate. They usually live longer in warmer, mild climates. When they're not taking on an identity, they appear to be an anthropomorphized bug. But as their nature is shapeshifters, it depends. What bug, how the features manifest, etc., etc. Their diet consists of anything that is able to hold magic, and they're mostly carnivorous, but then can process some magical foods but they never have, like, enough nutrients when it comes to, like, veggies. Abilities. Merging. It's a term when a changeling becomes a person. It's typically done when they are an infant or as a small child, when they are swapped with a chosen child, and through consuming it, they take on the identity of the child, becoming them in thoughts, memories, and name. This does not change the base anatomy of a changeling, and they lose what? I'm reading the forum. I think there's typos.
No.
It was written by Cecil,
I'm
I'm pretty sure, so.
Yeah.
This does change the base anatomy of a changeling, and they lose whatever identity they had previously. Requirements for a full merge. The original had to be alive at the beginning of it. The merging changeling cannot have already had a strong sense of self, and they have to consume all of the original's flesh. Shapeshifting. They can change their forms at will when not fully mimicking, meaning they didn't fully merge their original or lived among long enough to separate themselves from and form a sense of self. Magic masking. Out of survival when fully merged or mimicking, changelings mask their magic and make it harder to sense them unless someone is either trained in sensing magic or has strong magic of their own. Weaknesses. Shift exhaustion. Shapeshifting takes a lot of calories and energy. If a changeling attempts to shift too often or too dramatically, they risk injury and death. Their bodies naturally disable their shifting ability when pushed too far out of self-preservation, which can leave changelings in awkward, shifted states. Internal anatomy. Changelings don't have blood. They have pale green hemolymph instead, and their internal anatomy always resembles that of a bug instead of any other bipedal species. Meaning they don't breathe, they have a beating heart that runs naturally colder than a normal person, and the hemolymph is thick and gooey and smells faintly sweet and metallic, but otherwise of nothing, and can burst from injuries rather than drip out like blood would, or not emerge at all. Changelings are also very sensitive to their environment and need certain conditions to flourish, if not survive. Temperatures too high or too low and quick drastic changes in weather can throw off their homeostasis detrimentally. They have very, very strong primal instincts, and they have a very strong prey drive. Part of their strong survival instincts is their inability to lie, so they go off technicalities to answer most questions. But if the only way to talk their situation out of is lying, their magic triggers and seals their mouth shut, preventing them from speaking, and possibly revealing themselves as a changeling. Changelings don't necessarily have overarching culture, and they mostly take after the culture they were raised in. Main kingdoms are mild climate kingdoms, no extreme weather changes, and not too hot or cold. Magic level depends on age, but usually they just have just about enough magic to sustain themselves and their shapeshifting. They don't spend very much extra energy on more magic than necessary. They are considered a false fae, and they are uncommon, but they're not necessarily rare. Rules that they specifically follow as a false fae, they can detect lies and are physically incapable of lying themselves. Lying is not necessarily offensive to them, though. They do abide by hospitality rules. They can gain favors by being told thank you, but they don't give total control like a true fae. They're a lesser version that simply allow them more sway than normal. The rules that they ignore, they can't cast hexes, they can't give or take names, they cannot gain true favors through any method, and they don't have any fae circles. Outside of not bleeding, red changelings also have reflective eyes. This isn't something they can fully remove, even when they fully merge. If somebody is dead for more than an hour before the merging begins, the changeling will not be able to fully merge and absorb enough of the original's memories or personality, or even appearance to properly mimic them. They do mature faster than other species, since they are technically a prey species, and they need to be able to defend themselves as soon as possible. Also, body snatchers and changelings would be able to normally clock each other fairly quickly, but not necessarily like that is definitely that kind of species, but more so that's not what it looks like. There's something wrong there. We have 2 other species forms that are not necessarily common. If you'd like to if you would like me to just continue going.
Yes, I would like you to continue.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
No, sorry, continue.
You're good. Dragon hybrids. Their lifespan is 1,000 years maximum, but they usually live around 700 years. The appearance varies based on dragon type. The abilities are obviously commonly fire magic. They have a higher magical ability in general. Some dragons are water-based as opposed to fire-based, and it's very uncommon to have rock or dirt dragons. They also have very sensitive hearing, which can be a detriment to them. And also, fire breathing can backfire at them if they utilize it in a very particular way. And their genetics are really messed up. Some of the quirks that they have is are very territorial, especially with their hoard, and they always hoard something. Some dragons, it can be copper, some of them, it could be amethyst, and sometimes they even hoard people. It really depends on the dragon. The main kingdoms that they live in are Lucidia, and not much is known about Lucidia. They used to live in all the kingdoms, but have been unfortunately hunted to near extinction. Their magic level is very high, and they're fairly rare. Okay. Sirens. The lifespan normally is about 120 years in the shallows, and for deep sea sirens, it's about 150 years. The appearance varies depending on the location and the basis for the species. The weaknesses are they're slower on land, they have a strange diet, a massive appetite, and meaning young sirens below 40 years must eat once per day, and older sirens can eat every 2 days and be fine, but they have to eat a lot. So on their birthdays, sirens bury gifts for each other in the ocean and cover with it in coral as the color of the birthday's person's favorite color. The birthday siren searches for and uncovers their gifts during a celebration hunt. On a siren's 16th birthday, they mature fully and lose the ability to eat anything but human meat. Or, well, the meat of any sort of creature that has magic. Some sirens live solely on absorbing magic, but that's very rare. Sirens rarely choose mates based on appearance. A beautiful voice is considered far more attractive. Some sirens collect songs from distant regions and gift them to potential partners. Sirens don't bury their dead. Instead, they create a coral grave where the body is placed among the living coral. Over decades, the coral grows around the remains. Deep sea sirens sometimes sink honored dead into abyssal trenches, believed to lead to the realms of spirits. Sirens generally trust aquatic races more than land dwellers, and many are curious about hybrids. Some pods are welcoming, and others are territorial. Deep-sea communities tend to be suspicious of strangers. Sirens can recognize one another by voice alone, and most have excellent memory for melodies. Hatchlings instinctively hum before they even learn to speak, and they often sleep partially submerged, even if capable of living on land. Many sirens collect treasures from shipwrecks. Older sirens sometimes lose scales, similar to aging humans losing hair. Sirens often keep lifelong friends and may know the descendants of the friends they outlive. The main kingdom is Saphorith, and sometimes they reside around Amathora as well. Some of the abilities are Charm Speak. This depends mostly on the siren's magical ability, and not all sirens can use Charm Speak. It's more like a persuasion boost as opposed to full mind control. The other ability is Siren Song, and this is more of a dice roll for a siren, where if the siren is more powerful than the person that they are attempting to lure, then they will win. But if the person is stronger, then the siren song will fail. Also, people with higher mental fortitude do have a resistance, even if they don't necessarily have more magic than a siren. Unicorns. Their maximum lifespan is about 1,000 years, and they usually die around 800 to 900 years. But they are believed to be immortal since most haven't seen a unicorn die. Usually they have a horn on their head, hence the name. They don't necessarily always look like hybrids, and almost all of them are albino and have light to pastel hair. It's not uncommon for them to be more hairy on the chin, elbows, and other places. They're just fluffy. They're typically androgynous in nature. Their abilities are they are definitely always innate magical users. They don't necessarily need a conduit because their horn is a conduit. They also run faster, and their legs are naturally built for faster running. Their weaknesses are they are weak to the sun and prone to blindness. They instinctively flinch at most things, and there are no gender norms and no real difference between genders. The main kingdom is Lucidia. They have a very high magic level, and they used to be hunted for their horn and hair to grant immortality. And the horn is obviously a very, very good conduit. However, they are no longer around, or it is believed that they are no longer around. It was. There used to be a sentient four-legged species, but then they evolved to be more humanoid, and then they were hunted, almost to extinction. Okay, that's all the species.
Holy pig.
Yeah. Would you like to read True Fae versus False Fae?
Sorry?
There's True Fae versus False Fae.
Sure.
The False Fae is a Fae that follows not all of the rules that a True Fae would. A True Fae must follow, obviously, all the rules of hospitality, the please and thank you, well, not please, but the thank you rules, the sorry rules, and gifts, and so on and so forth. A True Fae must, that's the definition of a True Fae. However, a False Fae could follow only some of the rules and they would have an effect. However, it wouldn't be as powerful as a True Fae. False Fae there's so many False Fae that they don't necessarily have their specific thread or anything. They will just be marked as False Fae, in the species forum at least. They have to follow at least one of the True Fae rules, though. False Fae cannot make Fae circles, return to the Fae wilds without significant risk to themselves, and they can't be if they follow all the rules, then it's just a True Fae. It's a very broad umbrella, and there's no set appearance for them because it's so broad. Yeah.
Low key, for the sake of not sitting here for the next 15 years, could we do make it a thing where any of the knowledge in server info, right?
Yeah, so we'll just
Can
say
Micah just know
Micah
that?
can just know the stuff in server lore, and whenever the species form is finally released, you can know all the stuff in there, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they would have all the info on that in Saphorith somewhere.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
What?
Reagan would only know less stuff in server lore, and
Oh no, yeah.
obviously he could.
I know that Reagan was not brought into the restriction section.
Cool. Okay, back to go find Z if you wanna.
Blah.
Okay. I don't know. You can. Do you want to narrate yourself swimming around or whatever?
Blub blub.
谢谢，je vais te. Da. Yeah. I'll come in a second. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Ashley.
Hello, are you okay?
How about we go see Reagan and Micah, huh?
Sure.
Yeah. That was my mentor. we butt heads a couple times here and there. Anyways, wait, should we grab Reagan, or do you think that they're gonna be okay?
I think he'll be all right.
All right. I'll check in on them later. um, you may want to plan on spending more time than you think you need with the big knowledge, because sometimes it says things that are heavier.
Mm.
All right. Here we are. The room open. They go down a corridor that is semi-hidden, and it seems like they have passed this area multiple times before, and there wasn't a corridor, but there was also no sign or sense of disguise magic anywhere. It's odd. As they go down the corridor, it becomes more ornate and very obviously decorated to show that you should treat the area with respect. The room eventually opens up into where there's a podium and a singular book resides on it. You can see the ocean outside a domed window, but as the sea creatures swim by, they don't seem to see you or the room that you're in. Odd. Well, here it is. I'll leave you alone. Don't steal it though. I think that would be rude.
Yeah. I am definitely gonna, steal the most prized possession of a kingdom that I'm trying to be allies with. That's definitely a smart decision.
Definitely. I'll see you later.
Absolutely. See you later. Sin,
Yeah.
should I read it out or should you?
I mean, either way, I don't care.
What the fuck?
You read it out then.
Okay. All you want is not yours to keep. Ignore this warning. Brings a price so steep. It will leave you alone, empty, hollow. For secrets revealed are hard to swallow. Don't pretend that you don't know. That you must find peace in letting go. Yes, Reagan is going where you cannot follow, and no, in obsession you cannot afford to wallow. So treasure all the memories you got to make. The calm before the storm sweeps in, devastates. Learn to lean on those by your side, for those are the ones to call mind. If you did not already understand, here it is plainly. You want Reagan to be yours. You want them to stay, whether that be through keeping in contact or having them physically stay. You will want to track them, even if he doesn't want you to. And yes, the word warning was used before, but here is a promise. You holding on to Reagan will ruin every other relationship you currently have. You are free to remember them, the memories you made with them. That is not something anyone else should dictate. However, when they leave, you need to let go. Focus on those you have now. You will need them more than ever with what is to come. Not only with Reagan, but with others. It will be hard. It will go against your very nature. But it is for the best, for Reagan, yourself, and those you care for. So remember them, and grieve, but let them go the way they want to. The words remain on the page. There. explain.
Well, at least it was honest, I suppose. Micah just sits there, kind of contemplating, thinking.
Fun fact, you can copy down what's in the book. However, nobody else will ever be able to read that. Like, that's like if you copy down what you learn in the book, nobody else can read it.
I'll copy it down.
Cool. Feel free to go find Z whenever you would like.
So, what? Okay, is it like a grand room? Is there anyone else in the room, or
It's a very
is it just
grand room. There's not necessarily anybody else in the room, but there's like, I'm pretty sure Micah would be able to clock that there are here and there hidden like magic sensors, and that some of the sea creatures swimming outside are more like a couple of them do directly look at the room or in the direction of the room. Those are guards, but they aren't necessary. But like, you can't technically, like, you can't really see the room from the outside, from the outside the window or anything. But they know where it is. There's also guards like in various caverns, branching off from the entrance of the room, and they are there in case all of like the security measures with like the shells and the currents don't work. Like, there's not anybody else in the room though, because whenever somebody reads the Book of Knowledge, they are not given what they want to hear or want to know. They're given what they need to know, and sometimes what people need to know is heavy, and they deserve to be able to process that privately. At least that's what they think. And they can come and seek help or conversation about said things that they learned later. And depending on what knowledge is learned in the book will allow them to speak of it or not allow them. It depends. But magic, TM.
I love magic, TM.
Yeah.
Micah just kind of sits down on the floor, with a book in his hand, rereading it over and over again. Almost like he's trying to convince himself that he read it wrong the first time.
About like the 1,000th time that Micah's reading it, some more words appear. You did not read it wrong the first time.
Okay, fuck you. He looks at the new words and is just kind of he chuckles almost at the absurdity of the situation. But besides that, he just rereads it one final time and goes off to find Z.
Hi, Ashley. Did
Hello.
you find what you needed?
Given it was the Book of Knowledge, I'm sure I did.
Well, if you'd ever like to speak of it, you know, right? Just a message away. Or if you'd like to speak of it now, I'm okay with that.
I appreciate that. But I think that this is something I'm gonna have to learn how to deal with, whether it be alone or with people, and
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah, that's fair. How about we go find Reagan before they get buried in books?
Yeah, that's probably good in
Honestly,
case they
they probably
die
are.
from 1,000 paper cuts.
They're gonna. Alright, they're probably already buried in books, aren't they?
Definitely, yes,
Alright.
certainly.
They swim around and find Reagan. Fori, would you like to narrate what Reagan has been up to?
Reagan is currently stuck himself, like, quote unquote, in the, like, swim, like,
Mm-hmm.
just up with
Mm-hmm.
multiple books surrounding him currently.
Mm-hmm.
A few looking to be as if he tried to stack them, except clearly that didn't work because they're in the water. So it's more like they're floating vaguely on top of each other. And he has a few open on different pages as if he cross-referenced when he really didn't need to. Um, and like just he's holding a book currently and checking other ones, which kind of aren't related to the book he's currently reading. He's just kind of looking at like different kingdom stuff. Um, since that's what's in the server lore and different like magic system like information and like
Mm-hmm.
whatever like blocks and shit. Like he's like looking and like comparing things as if like he's having an intellectual conversation to himself. Um, and he's just it's very clear that he's very happy about the situation he's in right now.
Oh my goodness. It seems you already buried in books, huh?
What? Oh yeah, no, there's just a lot in here. I
Almost like you're swimming in the. I'm just okay. I'm just gonna shut up. I take it back.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, would you like a moment alone with your books?
I mean, I still have access to this stuff, right?
Yeah, anytime.
Okay.
Hmm?
I don't know. I know I can come back to them, but I'm kind of I feel like I'm on a roll, but nothing in particular. But I feel like yeah.
Somebody calls out to Z in the underwater language, TM. Is it? Uh, one moment. My mentor wants to speak with me again. Um, if you just, uh, wait here. I've got to speak with them. And, yeah. I love politics. I so love politics. It's so fun and wonderful. And I love, I love being in a war where my attention is
Oh,
constantly needed. I hate.
best of luck, Z.
Appreciate it. But feel free to continue looking around. If you leave before I come back, then one of the guards will guide you out.
Hmm. What'd you guys get up to?
Well,
What?
lots and lots and lots of reading.
Because you actually wanted to read, or because he was just telling you a ton of info?
Bit of both.
Learn anything cool? Or is that secretive knowledge?
Uh, well, um, the Book of Knowledge tells you not what you want, but what you need.
Oh, did you get to
Which
see the Book of Knowledge?
I did,
Oh, wow.
for better or for worse.
Hmm. Can I ask what such a knowledgeable book said?
Um, well, it changes depending on who is reading, but it warned me of my grief, my greed, and the grief that may come with it if I do not stop soon. So,
Oh, so it really is just attuned to you specifically,
yep.
or the person reading it. Oh, were you able to turn any pages, or is it quite literally just it literally just tells you what you need to know?
It's a blank page, and then when you look at it, words appear.
What? That's it?
Yep.
It's not like this humongous fat book with literally all of the knowledge in the world. It's not.
Nope. It tells you what you need, not what you want.
Oh,
It's a lot more anticlimactic than one would think.
yeah. I guess the knowledge of the world part's the reason why there's the entire library here. But I don't know. I was kind of hoping it was just one big book of everything.
Nope. Pretty small book too, almost like the size of like a pocket Bible.
Really? Oh. Well, I mean, I guess that's interesting nonetheless. If I was reading correctly, I'm pretty sure any Saphorian, I think it's, what is it? Saphorian kids, when they come of age, they read it, no?
I believe so. I'm not entirely sure.
Let's see. Yeah. Saphorian citizens get to read it. Very interesting. The individual blocks for a lot of the kingdoms are what I was looking at just now. Because it's like they're known about, but then obviously not at the same time.
No.
Bedrock, Light Block, which who the hell knows where that went. Command Block, which is also missing, I think, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yikes. Horse Bird, Knob Spawner. Hmm. Oh, we can go back whenever you want, by the way. I just whatever time we're spending here, I'm gonna be in books.
We are free to return whenever you like. It's the same to me.
uh we're gonna be like we should probably set a time then.
Probably. Yeah.
Otherwise, I think it's gonna be a lot more than just a day's worth.
You know what? Yeah, knowing you, definitely.
I remember when I first started learning magic, when I was younger, I would be forced to sleep basically because I would just not stop practicing and or reading up on all of the books that were being handed to me.
I'm sure that would have been a very adorable sight.
I mean, not when I'm crying over the fact that a book that I was 42 pages into and I've been reading the same page for and practicing the same page for has been taken away from me. It's just kind of annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Well then, how about we meet back here in, say, 2 hours?
Yeah. Oh, right. There's an entire rest of a kingdom to explore.
Yeah, it's not just the library.
It's not just the library. No, yeah. I should probably care about that.
Yeah, probably.
What do you think the food is like? Fish?
It's decently good.
Oh.
It is a lot of fish.
Yeah, I would imagine a lot of
It's a lot.
seafood.
It's
I mean, it is
really
the
a
easiest
lot.
thing to get, I suppose, given you are already
Yeah,
under the water. Yeah, we can meet back in two.
sure. All right then. I will see you later.
See you.
Wait, hold on. This is after the conversation they had on the Mushroom Island, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then as Reagan turns to leave, Micah gives him a quick kiss on the cheek.
Uh, Reagan gives a small kiss back and then goes back to his books.
Gay, gay, gay. Anyways,
So this is probably just gonna be you solo lore because our Saphorian narrator is kind of gone.
fucking dead.
Yeah, bro, I had to go for dinner.
Bleh,
Yeah. I don't
bleh.
really know what else to do, bro.
I'm just playing Minecraft right now, bro.
I'm crying. I'm just scrolling TikTok.
Are we not doing lore?
I don't think so. Well, I don't think so. Reagan's just reading books. He's just
Okay.
reading fucking books.
Guys, are we ready for
Reagan's just
synth?
being a chud.
He's being a nerd.
Being a child, so just being boring, I see.
Hey, what? I would not spend that much time on books.
Yeah, you're right. Probably Webtoon.
I'm crying.
Am I
If it was
wrong?
if it was a Tellier, he'd be looking for like the rest of like the series of his book, his BL book.
The fucking Yuri version?
Yeah.
I can't believe we made that
Actually,
a
a Tellier. No, actually, now that I think about it, I don't think a Tellier would be able to do shit in Saphorith because he'd be stuck at the fucking ocean floor.
to like get him some magic to like get him to float in the fucking water. Gravity
He's
ass
a
magic.
rock. He just fucking sinks.
Bro, I'm thinking alien stage on the brain.
Oh, alien stage.
Alien stage. I can't help but compare characters to Coffee and B characters.
Bah. Wait, you should yap.
Ivan is Micah. Sue me.
I don't
You
know
can't
Who's
tell
Alien
me
Till?
Stage.
better.
Who's Till?
I see Null or Nadia, but more Null. I think it's Null.
Fire.
I do not know Alien Stage whatsoever.
Blah.
Bleh. All you need to know is Ivan is very, very Micah core.
Sorry,
Like even the
fucking
song
Black
is so Micah
Sorrow.
core. Yeah. Even the song is Micah core. Fucking black. I'm listening to it right
Black,
now.
black as it can
Bro,
be.
it's so emo,
Da,
I'm
da,
crying.
da.
This is the shit that you hear, like my soul is black as
Bro, Jupiter kept being like, guys, was it Jupiter? I was like, man, I don't know what songs to put. Jupiter was like, put Black Sorrow on the playlist. And I'm like, no! I swear Reagan's
you
not
can't
that
tell me
emo,
it's not
bro.
Micah core.
Okay, but I don't even know
Oh, you're
what the
right.
lyrics translate
Wait,
into.
Till could be like Null or Reagan in this situation.
Holy doomed, doomed, Yowie. Wait, I have to ask, who do you think Zihua is?
My brain first says Nadia, but I don't know who Sue would be. I don't know who Sue would be
You're
in that case.
right, because in that case,
Would
then
Sue
like,
be Quinn?
the story would have to be tweaked a bit, I think, because it is supposed to
Yeah,
be like, because like Nadia Loki raised Queen. I don't think they could work the same way. Then
you're right. Who's the other character? Um, I mean, we could say.
because they're like
Oh, what if we
Mizusua's
said?
like
What if we
a
said?
slight like unhealthy like attachment to each other, no? Or like
What
at
if
least
we
on
said?
like I think it's Sua's part.
Yeah, but
It's
Oh, okay. There's like 1 billion items there. What are you looking for
a
specifically?
billion. 7,000 fucking pigeons.
Yeah.
oh wait, question for you, Mythos.
What's up?
Did Micah make the compass or buy it or like get it made?
He made it.
Okay, because I was gonna say you could have got it from Sapphiroth
Nah, bro's better than that.
or like got the supplies from Sapphiroth or something. That's why bro's going to the markets.
Well, no, because Micah's had the compasses ready since Nadia's birthday. Like Nadia and Jasper's.
Crying? Oh yeah, he mentioned it. I low-key forgot.
Yeah.
I'm a brick. My
Do you
bad.
wanna?
And he just waited till now because Null was fucking gone, dead and gone.
Not dead, just gone.
Do you want to meet a familiar face in the markets?
Sure.
Okay.
What familiar face in particular are we talking about?
Anyways, the stalls are suspended, and some of them have chains chaining them to the bottom. Others seem to float aimlessly about, and there's no really rhyme or reason. Honestly, the rule is just don't run into a stall. And the stalls, they're like not necessary. They don't look necessarily like the average stall. They look more like a bubble, and it seems magic is keeping the wares within a certain radius of the seller. But there's a familiar presence. It's muted, for sure, but nobody can hide that amount of magic. Not fully. Hi? It's Piper, by the way.
Oh. I
Hey!
did not expect to see you here.
Me neither. But, hi, I guess.
Hello.
Okay, so, you're here, and it's okay, sure. That's that time. So, how have you been?
Mike is very clearly still trying to, like, get his bearings from the fact that, like, holy shit, it's Piper. You know? Sorry, what did you say?
How have you been?
I've been alright.
Mm, not necessarily the answer I was expecting, but yeah, that's good. Um, so Reagan's in the library then, huh? Um,
He's just staring in disbelief, basically.
I can go or something. I don't know. I'm just yeah. I, so how's everyone else? Been after I left.
Sorry, I fully zoned out on accident. I am so sorry.
You're
Can you repeat that?
how's everyone else been ever since I left?
We've a lot has happened.
I know. Yeah.
And how have you been?
I've been all right. Missing the place, of course, but it's nice to have a new adventure. Yeah, I'm actually hoping to potentially speak to Z. She's supposed to be around in maybe 3 hours or so.
Hmm.
But I'm looking for a way to control my dreams more.
I see.
Yeah. 'Cause, yeah, it'll just make it easier for me and for everyone else around me if I have control over that.
Hmm.
But yeah, and then, so if you and Reagan are here, then, I'm assuming you've already read the Book of Knowledge?
I have. I assume that you know what it said.
Actually, no. I actually
That's
tried to look
surprising.
in the dream, but it didn't. It was blank. You were clearly reading something, though.
Huh.
Yeah. But just, I don't know. You already know by now that they're leaving too. Right.
Yeah.
Look, I they in the original they left after a week. They didn't even meet anyone actually in the original. So they left because the magic was disrupting their pin. And now everything is messed up. I talked to them and now, yeah, butterfly effects, you know. So,
Yeah.
I sort of regret doing it, knowing the new stuff. I would have let them leave otherwise, if I had known. I'm sorry.
It is all right. You should not have to worry about everyone and everything. At least not like that.
I appreciate that, but that's not what the universe intended, I suppose.
Well, respectfully, the universe can go fuck itself. So,
I should go to where I'm supposed to be now. I'll see you in a week.
see you then. Farewell, Piper Collier.
Farewell. She swims off.
Holy shit, that was perfect timing with the Discord call leaving.
Yeah. She swims off, and meanwhile, Z. Okay, do you want Reagan to be with Z, or do you want Reagan to not be with Z and still be in the library?
What would Reagan be doing with Z?
Oh no, Z just got them because like they're in the marketplace right now, so they wouldn't be in the library anymore. So Micah's in the marketplace, so Z would probably grab Reagan and be like, "Hey, we're gonna go find Micah," because.
Oh, okay. I was thinking to myself like,
Guys?
no, they split up.
Cause
Yeah.
Guys, can I be so, like, real with you?
Yes.
I'm dissociating so fucking hard right now. Is it okay if we pause this and continue it
Yeah,
in a
so
couple
like
of
that
hours?
the thing is that I was gonna just say hi, so like they like leave or something because I don't want to roleplay out more.
I don't
That's
like.
so
I don't know what they would do. Like, I don't know what they would do with Sephiroth Loki.
Yeah.
Like, Reagan
So
gets stuck in the library unless he's like dragged around. But like, that's Loki such a visual thing, bro. So,
yeah,
like, I don't know.
I'm so sorry. Anyways, Z gets Reagan and gets Micah, and she leads them back to the window way. And they say their goodbyes before she has to return to her duties. A blue sea dragon, aka Z's mentor, swims up behind her as they leave.
Like Blue Sea Dragon, like the Glaucus Atlanticus, or like Blue Sea Dragon, like an actual dragon is straight up
no,
in the water.
Okay, so like as in a blue sea dragon hybrid, but they don't got legs, so she can't get out of the water anyway, regardless.
Like a dragonborn, or like the Glaucus Atlanticus.
Dragonborn.
Okay.
Dragonborn-esque character.
Fire.
And it's very obvious that the sea dragon is not very happy with her.
Go.
But she doesn't care. She's like smiling and waving as they leave. Anyways. Good.
Lauren.
Lorenz. Fire.
Alright, I'm gonna